That little yellow Ranger tab means history's been made.
So proud of you.
Surrounded by fellow West Point women, soaking in a moment that will long be remembered.
This means that I get to be part of training as well in the future. It proves to soldiers, whether males or females, that hey, if you push enough and if you want it and you keep trying and going, it is achievable.
I think that it is a real step forward for the military writ large.
For many graduates, the rigorous training here leads to combat duty, but not yet for the women. For now, Kristen Greist and Shay Haver are Rangers.
Look at that.
But they can't serve as Rangers on the battlefield. Military leaders have until October 1st to recommend to the Defense Secretary which combat post should be open to female service members.
Why would we automatically disqualify 50% of the population? That seems crazy. If people can meet the standards, then we want them.
The military's decision on women in combat is especially important for Greist, who says she'll consider joining the Special Forces if allowed. As for Haver, she'll go back to flying helicopter gunships. Reporting at Fort Benning, I'm Carla Babb, VOA News.
Come on, Ranger, hurry up. Hurry up.
Week after week of obstacles and orders, testing physical and mental strength.
You're more tired and hungry than you've ever been. You're just ready to be done.
Rangers are taken to task in daylight and dark, scaling mountains, trudging through swamps. 6 out of 10 soldiers selected for the course won't make it all the way through.
You can't really have an off day. You can't be tired. You need to go the extra mile.
Kristen Greist did. So did Shay Haver.
Just like anyone, I guess, who was in it to win it, that's what we decided to do, and it obviously worked out.
Their success has impressed those around them, helping show what experts call a societal shift.
This really challenges that assumption that women can't compete. And I think it also shows that there's a real ability for cultural change.
I don't care if that's a male or female. If they have a Ranger tab, I want them next to me. And these two females have showed themselves that they can serve by my side at any time, because I know I can trust them, and I hope that they can trust me.
They're even getting praise from their training commander.
I'm extremely proud of them, and I'd serve alongside either of them again in the future.
Bravo team from left! More women will try to take the course in November in hopes of earning the Ranger tab. The breakthrough comes as the military is studying whether to integrate women in roles historically held only by men. I got you! Carla Babb, VOA News, Fort Benning, Georgia.
Bravo team from left!
A historic decision these women had been waiting for.
I got you!
From Secretary of Defense Ash Carter.
As long as they qualify and meet the standards, women will now be able to contribute to our mission in ways they could not before. They'll be allowed to drive tanks, fire mortars, and lead infantry soldiers into combat. They'll be able to serve as Army Rangers and Green Berets, Navy SEALs, Marine Corps Infantry, Air Force parajumpers, and everything else that was previously open only to men.
Two soldiers, Kristen Greist and Shay Haver, became the first women to pass the Army's Elite Ranger course back in August.
You can't really have an off day. You can't be tired. You need to go the extra mile.
Their achievement helped clear the way for the Army's recommendation to allow women in all posts.
I think probably soon we're going to say, God dang it, why didn't we do this 10 years ago?
General Ben Hodges, the commander of U.S. Army Europe, says he's excited about the future force and doesn't worry about the naysayers.
It's going to make us smarter, more effective, and that rather than criticize them, they should be out encouraging great young men and women to want to step forward and serve their country.
Fast fire team! One branch, however, wasn't quite ready to ask women to serve in its infantry. The Marine Corps provided testing which showed male-only Marine units were faster and more lethal. When it came to critical thinking, however, the joint male-female units outperformed the male-only groups.
So the question that it sets up there is, what kind of military do we want? What kind of Marine Corps do we want? Is it one that's purely physical, or is it one where critical thinking plays a part in an otherwise very physical, demanding job?
Small right there.
In the end, experts say the decision was not just about fairness, but talent.
Just because you're a man doesn't necessarily mean you were qualified for the position to begin with. And so thinking about it in a broader talent management strategy, you're ensuring that you're getting the best and that you also have standards for everyone to uphold, whether they're a man or a woman.
And based on the new military rules, ability, not the gender of these troops, will determine their fate. Carla Babb, VOA News, the Pentagon.